Literally, I was just sneezing. Allergies in the air. Pollen in the air. Guys, remember to take my supplement in a little bit. Just give me a moment. I just posted a video. Guide to A Course in Miracles, and I forgot to set it up as members and then going into regular. As I want to be doing a little more stuff for my members only. To be fair, the members is really about supporting my channel, which I appreciate. I appreciate anyone who supports my channel, whether you're a member, whether you show up on a regular basis, whether you show up occasionally when it crosses your mind or you see something pops up. I appreciate it. It means literally the world to me. I am doing, believe it or not, I'm doing exactly what I want to be doing. I am reaching out. Hey Lee. Hey Daniel. January Sports Highlight. Hey, you changed it from, you were going by, what were you going by? It wasn't Daniel though. Number 2, appreciate that. Guys, give me 1 second. 1 second. Sorry, allergies. And I don't even like have allergies proper. Meaning that I'm not like allergic to specific stuff, but this time of year, sorry, there's just so much pollen that everyone, hey Lucy, everyone's going to be sneezing and sniffling. There we go. And I got one more thing to do. Bring up the big screen, easy to see. Sepa says Jason was seasoned all through the 2-hour live stream. He's Texas way. Jason, which Jason? My cat's just looking there making noise at me.
My son Hagen, he's
sorry. Commercial coming up. Cat says, "Oh hi there, Yogi. Oh hi there, cat. Didn't see you come sneaking in. How you been, Sniper?" Michael Sierra says, "I pulled a triple Yogi." Well, you did. What about that other guy? What about that Michael Burkeen guy? Lisa says, "I'm always pulling a triple Yogi." I appreciate that. Why did that sound so funny? Michael says, laughing. Yeah, I usually miss the first one. I don't blame you. First one's a little early. Oh, Jason from Archaic. Gotcha. What were they talking about today, Sniper? Insane Mary Bros says, name of a country for an edit. Name a country. Let's go with Canada. It's a nice country. Friendly people. Cat says, my neighbor just called to see if I can get out of the driveway. We had a major downpour yesterday. How is it? Are you able to? You didn't have to today. Let's see. Cinnamon. I like that name. I like how you did that. Said, hey. Lucy says, hi, Cinna. It's love. Says, how are you? It says, Lucy, hey. I'm doing good. How are you? Did I pronounce your name right? Buck says, by the way, just posted the 44th. Well done. Episode of Mysteries Untold last night. Great job, Michael. Hey, Michael, how's the book coming? Lucy says, I know Sin, a good friend of mine. Midnight Foot Soldier's my future sweetheart. At least I hope so. I hope if he is, that he is the right person. And I hope if you want him to be the right person, I hope that he is the right person. So because Lucy is vouching for you, oops, sorry. Didn't want to do that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to mod you up. If you want to reach out to people, I appreciate you coming in. And let's bring up your channel. Give you a shout out. Cinna. I think Cinna is going to be easier for me to pronounce. By the way, I am subscribed as of now. Some nice looking cars on your channel, as well as a nice looking puppy. Cat says, I can. It's rough going. You got more rain coming your way? Lee says, you're welcome to CineX. CineX. Now I know. Stepper says, Jason was jumping into the second Doulage of 2238 BC when the pillars of Hercules gateways of the Atlantic burst through, instantly creating the Mediterranean Sea. That sounds pretty intense. How many people showed up, Sniper? Were you modding or just hanging out? CineX says, how is everyone? We get some love. Says, thank you. You're welcome. I'm doing pretty good. I had an amazing day. Sometimes it takes just the right person. Just the right company. Michael says, Yogi, I had too much shorts on my new channel, reach over 1K views. Well done, Michael. I'm not surprised. Because when you put in the work, you get results. And no one puts in the work like Michael does. Michael, I've been waving your spoon all over the place. Hey, Selma. Cat says, every day. Laughing. Every day. Lucy says, MSS is in the UK. Even if he finds another girl, I won't be upset. He'll always be a good friend. That's a wonderful attitude, Lucy. Lucy says, Selma, how are you? Lucy says, hey, Cat. Selma says, hi, Cat and Jack. I'm sorry you're still sick, Selma. Everybody's waving, saying hi. Cat's sending some love to Selma. Cat says, oh no, Selma. And Selma's sending some love to Cat. Harrison got me sick. That Harrison guy. I don't know what we're going to do with him. He says, at least MSS has respect. I never had a problem with him since I've known MFS. Well, that's good. Michael says, oh, nice. Wave it as long as you like. That's what I made it for. I find, it's no longer just for serious occasions. Now it's for emphasis. It's also comforting. There's something comforting about something handmade that was, and it was made for someone specific in mind. Michael made this for me specific. I asked for a spoon. I got a spoon. Snipper says modding as per 1.2 was an afternoon stream, so not so many. The evening streams, which are 2 a.m. here, gets the 3 or 4 4K. Usually Friday or Saturday. Yeah, that's a lot of people. How do they handle conversations, Sniper? Everyone's saying hi. Someone says, put him in a zoo. All right, that's what we'll do. Sniper says, hi, Lucy. Would hope your day is going great. Hey, Rosie. I did not take my pill yet, but remind me in 13 minutes. 13 minutes to take my pill. Thank you, Rosie. Lucy says, my day is wonderful. How are you, Squirrel? Someone says, Yogi, it's pill time. Almost, Selma. It's time release. I think. Yep, it is. I'm almost out. Hey, Jason. Jason says, I'm Brother Eric. Jason, how are you doing? Jason, how are you feeling? Well, thank you, Rosie. Rosie says she'll put up an alarm. Lucy's going to be doing tarot at 7 p.m. Central Time. You got the link ready? If you want to drop it, Lucy. Get some love from Jason. Jason says, send in love, my brother. Appreciate that. And says, great buddy, I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Just had supper. What was for supper, Jason? Jason says hi to everyone. Marlon's here. Says, hi there, my sexy Yogi Bear. Marlon, how are you, my friend? Simple says, staying on topic is key. Saying hello to everyone and generally chat is allowed, but strictly no wasted comments. So you're saying the opposite of everything I do. Teacher says, just want to say, but some people seem to think no matter what you do, the cards are set in stone. No, your choice is good or bad. The cards can and will change. I like that, Lucy. Thank you for that. I've talked about that before with some other people. As I've talked about meditation and yoga, that karmically speaking, everything's in flux. If the cards were static, then that would mean karma was static, and karma isn't static. Karma isn't consequence. Strictly speaking, it's not even cause and effect. It's really effect and effect and effect and effect. One effect leads to infinite more effects, leading to infinite more effects. So it almost seems frustrating. How do we escape karma? It's a good question, and I'm glad you asked. If you would like an answer, let me know. William says, or I'm sorry, Gundy says, well, just finished my workout, cut it short. How was the workout? I'm sorry, I missed it, Marlon. I have a good excuse, though. Jason says, have an amazing night, bro. Eric, you too, Jason. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Jason, next time you come in, let's talk about your music. You still trying to get that country recording gig? I didn't see the red bird yet, but I will. Hey, you put out some good content today. Quick. I believe it is a cardinal, Rosie. Yeah, I've talked about the ways of mitigating, transcending karma. Interesting subject. Someone's got a headache. I'm sorry, Selma. He says he enjoys the cards. Very interesting. They are very interesting. Yeah, I definitely think it's a cardinal, Rosie. He says, hope you okay, Selma. Lee, how are you? What's new with you? Lucy says, it's like since the cards say this, people sort of think that you can do whatever and make stupid choices, learning the hard way that cards are not set. They may regret their actions. Agreed. Hey, Kamari, how are you? Says, good evening. Good evening to you. Carla says, because I didn't feel like after 2.5 hours, I had the energy to smash legs. And more importantly, I didn't really have enough time because 15 minutes the gym closes. Yeah, it would be hard to get in a big workout unless you were training Mike Mentzer style. You familiar with Mike Mentzer, Arthur Jones, Dundee? Well, it says, Hal, in the bus now on my way home. You can't really read everything I type. Got you. It is pretty, Rosie. He says, Selma, don't fear anyone. Be strong. We all like you here. Yep. Definitely don't be scared of Harrison. Stay away from Harrison. Doing legs in 30, 40 minutes is a bit rushed. Don't want that stress. So we'll come back in a day or two for legs. Got you. Hey, what's your breakdown? How do you, what's your routine? Body part wise. Someone says, I'll be strong and we'll be strong with you. He says, agree, Yogi. Lucy says, so did Lee. So karma literally means action. It does not mean retribution, doesn't mean justice, and most certainly does not mean revenge. It is absent of all judgment. You're not judged by karma. I often see social media memes. I believe in karma. You'll get yours. I've heard people say that, well, he did this to me. She did this to me. I believe in karma. Karma is independent of belief. And also, how do we conveniently leave out that maybe we are in that relationship as a consequence of our own karma, that we are paying off a karmic debt? We are always in continuous process of paying off some kind of karmic debt. That's not bad. It's just life. However, karma yoga, one of the 4 branches of yoga. Lucy says, what you do will get back, good or bad or average. God will decide who gets what. I like that, Lucy. Thank you. Dundee says, yes, but even then to hit my legs, just warming up, we'll watch 5 or 10 minutes. Yep. For exercise, also do calves, tibialis, abductors, bit direct abductor work, and of course, quad, glutes and hams. You're certainly not weak, Selma. So at least 5 exercises for legs. Got you. That makes sense. So, karma, thorny issue. Right now, we are living out the direct result. Includes thoughts. Emerson said that the ancestor of every action is a thought. So don't think you're off the hook for, hey, I'm a good person. I didn't do this. You still have the karmic effect of the thoughts that you have. Again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's all an awakening moment. It's all a teaching possibility. It's all a classroom. Cruising is fun anytime. Cruising is fun anytime. And I mean that. I have never been on a cruise, but the channel Cruising is Fun Anytime is fun any and every time you get the opportunity to hang out with them. Some of my all-time favorite people, because not only is it an awesome channel, They are awesomely good people, kind-hearted people, entertaining people, funny people, and a very, very supportive friend. I appreciate them so much. Um, they do a lot of stuff behind the scenes as far as being good people. And if you've ever followed Hats with a Mission, and I hope you do, you'll know what I'm talking about. You got to love people like that, and I do, very much so. Cruising is fun anytime says, thanks, Eric. I love all channels. Really, my passion is fishing. I didn't know that. You ever thought about adding like some of our fishing friends? I'd show up to watch you fish. And I'm a vegan. That tells you how awesome you guys are. You'd have a vegan showing up to watch you fish. There's a handful of channels. Anything is possible is one. Maddie is one. No F's, no frills, no mercy. I will show up for whatever those guys do. Skeeter is another. Justin Thunderstruck is another, although I haven't seen him and I know I'm just missing him. I don't know why. I need to review that. Who else? Brad, All Things Country, is another. I've added a lot of fishing channels. Nice. Hey, Thumbelina. How are you, my friend? Hi to all in the chat. Marlon says, fishing is what I love. For Locked Up Drag is what I go by on my fishing channels. Hey, Marlon, are you subscribed to Cruising is Fun Anytime? Someone says hi to Thumbelina. So Karma Yoga, which simply means action yoga, is devoting yourself to service, action. And by serving others, you are creating positive karma, which negates any bad karma that you might have occurred. Bad karma is simply bad choices. It's not punishment. Lucy alluded to this up above. You simply get what you've put out. You don't like it, do something different. We have that option. Always have that option. And that brings up surrendering everything over to God. Bhakti Yoga. BHAKT. Bhakti Yoga. Probably misspelled. Sanskrit for devotion. That we transcend our karma by devoting everything over to God. This is what Krishna meant when he told Arjuna, the archer, in the Bhagavad Gita, that you are entitled to your actions only, but you are not entitled to the fruition of your actions. You're not entitled to results. That was something very important that I decided to undertake with my YouTube channel. That I think you locked up, Marlon. That I would surrender the results. I would dedicate my channel to kindness, to forgiveness, to God, to love. All of that is pretty much synonymous with the other. Oh, thank you, Rosie. Lisa says, oh, by the way, anyone that doesn't know that was Selena in her last live, she was talking about me, trying to make me feel awful for your information. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much, Rosie. Yep, she said you're welcome. Man, I'm certainly glad I got you guys checking on me and looking out for me. So, hey, if every action is devoted to God, and God is all that is good, you're not going to have much trouble, karmically speaking. Then the third way, traditionally, yogically speaking, is slipping into the gap, transcending your karma. The gap is that space between thoughts. It is the space between everything. Rightly speaking, it isn't between anything. It is the underlying reality of the cosmos. Silence, pure nothingness, emptiness, which means capacity. Capacity means to serve, and to serve is to love. So, the bedrock of the universe, that space between everything, is simply love. When you dip into that space between thoughts every time you meditate, there's no thought, meaning there's no cause of any action. So you're not incurring any more karma. As well, not incurring karma, you are also transcending previous karma. So if you want to transcend the karma, if you want a better life, if you think you've made so many mistakes you don't see a way out, meditate. Now, this isn't talked about. Hey, roll call. How are you, my friend? Appreciate you stopping by. Here's a secret way, transcending all of karma. It's not often talked about in yoga. It is mentioned in Buddhism a bit. This is a secret. Trumps everything. Forgiveness. Forgiveness wipes out karma completely. Cat says, hi there, Roll Call's Cabin. Roll Call says, hope you're doing well. I am, my friend. How are you? I appreciate you coming in. Lucy says, just wanted to tell you, Thumbelina, because I saw you agreeing with her in there. Thumbelina says, keep moving forward, Lucy. So there it is. 4 ways. Helping yourself, karmically speaking. I would see if anyone had questions, but I don't know I have any answers. But hey, we can try. Roll Call's Cabin says, hi, Cat and Jack. Are you guys subscribed to Roll Call's Cabin? I'm going to read the description. By the way, if you like them, if you're hanging out, there's a buy me coffee link to help support them. I love my off-grid cabin. I would love to eventually homestead here. I am here most weekends, holidays, vacations, trying to get things set up. Thanks for visiting my channel and supporting my journey. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. It's a beautiful cabin. Seven hundred and 766 subscribers. Well done, my friend. I'm making sure that I'm getting all notifications because I haven't seen anything for a little bit. I apologize. I will do better. Cat says thanks.
Dundee in the house. Hey there,
Dundee is in
Cat.
the
Good to
house.
see you. Hi, Runner Boy.
Hey, Runner Boy. Runner Boy only needed 60 more watch hours to get his 4K. If anyone could play his
That's
playlist,
awesome.
it is awesome.
I'll make sure it's running on my end. It should be, but you never know. Sometimes
You're right,
YouTube pauses it by itself.
Right.
It looks like it did, but okay, now it's running again.
Hey, I got a question for you. You got a happy song to sing?
Give me a minute to
If you
think
want
about
to.
that.
You don't have to, but if you want to.
Mushy, mushy peas, mushy peas, mushy, mushy, mushy peas.
That's not happy to me.
I knew you'd say something like that.
That's happy to everyone else. That's not happy to me. That's the saddest song I've ever heard. That's actually bringing tears to my eyes. I'm happy you're here, Lee. Lee's staying up a little late. Hey, Abigail.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
That's a happy song.
Yeah, but it's not my
Hey.
style at all.
Do you know any Leonard Cohen?
Probably, but not by name.
I think
Like
he
with
would.
most songs. I
I
don't
think
have to
he's-
hear them to recognize them.
I think he would do very well. Runner Boy did 14K steps yesterday. Nice, Runner Boy.
That's cool.
Hey, are you finding doing that many steps are affecting your squats at all? What do you think? You do any running, MK?
No, because I have knee issues.
Oh, I remember.
But I also don't like running. I used to walk a lot. Like I have no idea here about steps, but it were 15 to 20 kilometers was a normal walk for me. That was just fast-paced walking. I wasn't actually running or jogging, just fast walking. Back then, people would say I'm running when I was just walking fast, but or what was normal walking for me, people would tell me to stop running if I was walking with them. I guess you could also call it power walking.
Right. Which is what I do mainly
Yeah.
nowadays. I still run
Yeah, like
when I want to. I just don't want to run as much as I used to.
so. I guess those distances would amount to, I don't know, 30,000 steps maybe. Like there were times when I was walking, and again no running, in there 100 kilometers every week. Like every couple of days, I would go off for a long walk, basically.
Right. My
Yeah.
my last few big weekends on a training plan that I was doing for my 100-mile races,
Yeah.
I did 27 miles Saturday morning, and I did 24 miles Saturday late afternoon, fitting in a workout in between. Sunday, I woke up and did 24 miles in the morning, and then Saturday late
Yeah.
afternoon, I did 27 miles. So I knew the objective was to run on tired legs. So I knew that in 48 hours, I covered over 100 miles, that I was ready for a 100-mile race, that my legs could handle it. Give me a whole lot of confidence.
Okay.
Well done, Abigail.
Yeah. And like my knee issues, I don't know if that was a reason, or me doing marathon workouts. Like the longest lifting session I've done so far, and I don't think I'll ever beat that because it's stupid to begin with, were 12 hours. 12 hours doing supersets to failure.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. And that stuff, and also like I once walked 33 kilometers in broken shoes with no food or drink. And after that, my knees didn't feel quite right, and they haven't felt quite right since.
Well,
So, yeah.
why'd you do it in broken
so
shoes?
I'm not doing, because they were the only shoes I had.
Sure, well, that makes perfect sense.
At least that's a pretty decent reason, isn't it?
It is.
But yeah. And well, I also trained a lot, walking, running, not running, but walking, working out, and everything. After I had lost someone, I still don't really regret it because I don't think I would be alive if I wouldn't have done that. But I'm still dealing with some consequences.
Yeah, I sort of feel like I'm recovering from a decade plus of ultra running, doing a race a month for almost 11 years. It stripped a lot of muscle.
Yeah, I mean, you're really trash at some point. I can
What's
only
that?
dream of that. You
Say that
were
one more
really
time?
tracked in some of your old.
Oh,
You were really jacked. At some point, I mean, you still are pretty muscular.
back in the day.
yeah,
But
you
I
were
was.
a beast.
Lee says, Yogi, you keep in great shape. I've been in different kinds of shape. When you're a runner, you're
Yeah.
in runner. When you're ultra running, you're in ultra running shape. Now I'm back into kettlebell sport, and I'm getting back into kettlebell shape. I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
Sort of hardest. It's by far the hardest thing I've ever trained for.
Kettlebell sport is the hardest thing you've trained for.
Yep, kettlebell sport. It's both mentally and physically. Here's the thing: in ultra running, if I'm doing, hey Willa, if I'm doing a 100-mile race,
Hey,
I
Willa.
can
Good to see
I
you.
can stop anytime in a race and sit down. I can change my shoes if I want to. I can, if I'm ahead of schedule, I can take a nap. But in kettlebell sport, if you put the bells
Yeah,
down,
no breaks.
nope, you're done. So there's a lot of mental pressure.
Like I think I would actually do all right because I've done like sets of 7-8 minutes lifting weights, or like also like on the leg press and or on leg trainers, even on neck extensions. I've done sets that were closing on to 10 minutes, bringing them to failure. Because I picked the weight and I thought, yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna do my 15 reps and be done. But I wanted to get to failure, and well, I just was somehow able to squeeze out another and another. Keeping strict form and yeah.
I'm going to ask Runnerboy a question real quick. Why would you think you'd have knee issues the way you squat? You got impeccable form. I mean, you do squat deep, but you don't bounce out of the hole. So
like,
I think
honestly, I would say that deep squats should help your knees.
That's what I think.
If you're loading them responsibly, of course. You can probably do a bit more damage if you just jump into a deep squat with a weight you can't handle. That's just because you can unrack a weight and get to a maybe to parallel with a weight that you just couldn't handle in full depth.
Right.
So if you can pick and you like if you're doing half squats, a weight that you pick up and can somewhat just keep on your back is probably a weight that's not going to hurt you. But because it's like it feels like and biomechanically it is like twice as heavy once you get really deep. That is probably why you would get injured, not because the position itself is dangerous, just because you can get with too much weight that into that position, and then things miss out.
Let's see. Buddha says, "Hey Yogi, just got out of the detox bath. Got a headache. Got you running. I'm sorry about your headache, Buddha. I hope the bath helps, and I hope getting some rest helps, and you're feeling better. I appreciate you leaving me up running." Runaway says, "Well, just got some extra range on the knees. I think I'd have some sort of pain, but no, never had any. Never had any issues."
Actually, for me, squats aren't the most knee bends I'm getting. Like for example, well, I've got almost there, but like on hack squats, I managed to get like actually my heel into my glute, and also on reverse Nordics, where I'm sinking down my hips in between my feet, touching my hips and my back to the floor. That is like the craziest.
Makes sense.
For me.
Hey, MK, I'm going to see if anyone else wants to hop up. We're going to be talking for about 20 more minutes. If you think of a happy song you do want to sing, come back up before we head off.
Actually, let me think. Let me check some of my playlists. Maybe right now I can see something, but
so you can come back up.
Yeah,
I don't know if someone's still hanging out. If she wants to come up, we're just gonna keep it open a little bit and see if anyone else wants to hang out for a bit.
Yeah.
But if you find the happy song, just because we're gonna keep things lighter tonight. We've had some heavy topics. Not that we
I'm good with heavy songs, but
something
Not that-
lighter well, I can make a serious song, make it silly too.
Hey, Jeff,
Something I'm actually relatively good at. Just make it silly, but yeah, I'll find a song.
Awesome.
No worries. Okay. See you in a bit.
You got it.
Bye for now.
Bye, Marlon. Thank you.
Dundee out.
Josh says, well, you are absolutely freaking right. You thought I had a quote. I did think you had a quote. You guys like Neil Young? You mentioned before that you thought that was very random. Is it ever random to ask if you like Neil Young? I don't think so. It's a perfectly legitimate question. And I don't believe I ever got an answer from you, Josh. Do you like Neil Young? A better question. Do you like Van Morrison? The entire basis of our future relationship hangs upon the question and your answer. Do you like Van Morrison? Oh, the pretzel one. All right. Maybe that was a little bit random. I don't think he answered that one either. Josh, do you like pretzels? No, I don't like him. I love Neil Young. Runner Boy says, who is Neil Young? Oh, Runner Boy, you're so young, so naive, so much to learn, and I have so much to teach you about the world. All you really need to know is Neil Young exists, and Neil Young is awesome. It might be helpful to know, but probably not. I saw Neil Young in concert twice. I also saw Van Morrison in concert twice. Josh effing loves pretzels. Josh, you know what? I don't care what anyone else in the chat says about you. You're all right in my book. You always got a place here on this channel, Josh. Even if I am often misquoted or taken out of context. He says, I'm okay. Can you believe how big Yoda looks? Oh, she's 5 years old. We got some unicorn vibes. Dundee says, of all time to spam. Runner Boy says, Josh, you're funny. Josh is funny. That's one of my favorite people. Josh says, Sai, you are absolutely freaking behind. We get some love spam from Marlon. Thank you, my friend. Josh says, yes, I'm a furry, Runner Boy. Runner Boy and Josh have similar senses of humor. Understated, and it slips in, and then it like absolutely floors you. Thank you, Dundee. Hey, Josh, what do you think of Leonard Cohen?
Hello.
Marlon?
I think I found a song that especially it's like, it's a song Poison, though it's a version from a German kind of a parody band. And I'll try to do my own parody too. But it's definitely not really a deep. It at least doesn't have to be a deep, serious song. And this band is all about not taking things serious at all. They just like to make fun of everything, especially themselves.
Right.
So let's see. Oh, I'm hearing us. Oh, double. Okay, no. Wrong with hearing two yogis, but
I don't know. That's a lot of yogi.
oh, I'll take all the McCartys I can get. I say bark, you say. Of course, I could have also sang "Who Let the Dogs Out."
You could have.
Right. Poison. But I mean,
Not
we
so-
already know who let the dogs out. Of course, it's Bulu, Bulu. Mm. And I'll try to make some silly things with my voice, probably, or do some silly things with my voice if I can. Good night, Rebecca.
Good night, Rebecca. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. You're cruel, nice. You're blood, like ice. And look, could kill my pain. You're fool. I wanna hold you, but I better not touch. Don't touch. No, here is an advances. Tell me to stop. Wanna hear you do they wanted too much, too much. No, this is when it peeps out when I must poison. Your poison running through my veins. Your poison. I just wanted to make it. Oh, okay. You too will blood. No good. Yo ass. I am caught. Lean so wet. My glaze on sweat. Burns, burns. And you screaming my name, Yogi Bear. The dry skin. This you would. On the side when I must poison. A poison running through my veins. Your poison. I don't wanna break these chains. Poison. Oh, I don't wanna break from your chains. Love Furlough. One look could kill. I pain your friend. But it's just when I better not touch. Don't touch. But your butt just tell me to stop. You kiss your butt too much, too much. It's got a life when I must poison. Your poison running through my veins. Your poison. I wanna kill you, and I want it too much. I wanna kill you, but I wanna just tell me to stop. Wanna kiss you, but your veins too much. Wanna kiss you, but your lips are when you miss poison. Your poison running through the veins. Poison. I'm inside my veins, burning deep inside my brain. I don't wanna break these chains. Yeah, I have to work on finding some actually light-hearted, funny songs.
I was gonna say that was not the actual light-hearted song that I was expecting. Poison running through my veins.
Well, if
is-
I could do some other songs, and you would know why this is a light-hearted, funny song in comparison. But yeah, Saturday Night, First Base in Hell, Dreams of Retribution, Murder
Don't-
Scene, just some by Shadow and I, just some songs I see right now.
Duncan says he finally recognized it. Oh, I'm sorry. Squirrel said he finally recognized it. Duncan says yes, he knows the song. He said it's a great song.
Yeah, and it's actually already a cover from the original one that I was singing. So
Cool.
yeah. Vengeance is my name. Another really fun, lighthearted song.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, right.
So, Duncan, we're gonna get ready to do some breath work with Kat.
Actually, okay. Now I remember. Of course, I have a playlist that's literally called funny songs. Next time.
Is that Alice Cooper?
No, it's based off a song, but it's actually by a German band, Powerwolf. Their version.
So
yeah. Then again, pretty much all my funny songs, they're also dirty, maybe too dirty for YouTube. I don't know. I mean, there are on YouTube, but I don't know.
Well, we're a pretty clean channel. I never know when, obviously not a kids channel, but kids do show up. And sometimes kids actually have the most insight to provide. It's pretty awesome. So I like to keep things pretty clean, just in case. So nope, he says it's not Alice Cooper.
So no Tenacious D or Wheeler Walker. If you know, you know. But yeah, I'll work on it and I'll hop off. So
okay, yep, we're gonna do some breath work.
Yeah.
Think, Marlon.
Yeah.
Think uplifting.
To me, that is an uplifting song. That's when that Poisonous one when I just wanna have a good time and something that I can just put on when I'm in a good mood.
Well, I can't do any headbanging because I don't have any hair, and it looks like I'm having a seizure. So you got to do something. You got to do something with me in mind, okay? Next time we sing, we're gonna sing some more ABBA.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like number 23.
Yogi, you have to do Dancing Queen. Yogi will be the Dancing Queen.
I'd have to practice.
Okay, that's what I can do next time. I can sing Dancing Queen, and I'll be thinking of you the whole time as a young and sweet 17-year-old dancing queen. That is the perfect description for you.
I don't know as they've ever been young and sweet together. Might have been times in my life when I've been sweet. There was times when I was young. I don't think I've ever been young and sweet.
Well, you're still young, so.
Youngish.
All right.
All right, so we'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
See you.
Thank you, Marlon.
Of course.
The one and only Marlon, presenting us the happiest song in history. What do you do today working out wise, Duncan? Kat, did I miss your I asked if you had a preference. I don't know if I missed. It appears I did not miss. Skit says, I want you to sing Barbie Girl. I actually don't know that. I thought, I've been mentioning Alan Cohen. I thought about singing part of Hallelujah. I was also thinking Blind Faith today. Can't find my way home. But Hallelujah. You can't mess up singing Leonard Cohen. Hard to go wrong with Leonard Cohen. So who knows? Maybe a couple lines before we end the show. Kat has no preference. All right. If those who would wish to participate in some breath work, you can close your eyes. Duncan says metabolic stress syndrome. I never liked the way that sounds. Whenever you would bring that up, whenever back in the have you ever considered days, 20 minutes, 10-minute rest between, then 20 minutes, 6 counts. Nice. All right. Arch chill. I don't see arch chill up. Huh. All right. Regardless, breath work time. We're going to do a very simple breath. We're going to breathe in for 4. We're going to exhale for a count of 8. And if you would like, if you're not too stuffed up, I haven't seen Stitch today, Duncan. If you're not too stuffed up, you can exhale through the left side of the nose. Just use your thumb, your right thumb, to block. But that's not 100% necessary if you want. It does put you a little more into the parasympathetic state, which is that rest and digest, that deep sense of relaxation. It also becomes a very mindful activity as you raise your hand very slowly, lightly block, just lightly pressing, exhaling to the left. If not, use both nostrils. We're going to breathe in for count of 4. We're going to exhale for count of 8. And we're going to use that ujjayi breath, ha, gentle ha sound. On the inhalation, on the exhalation. For those who wish to participate, if you close your eyes and bring a light focus on the breath. Very light focus. And as you're focusing on the breath, as you notice how and where you're breathing, let's introduce that nasal breathing. Breathing in exclusively through the nose, exhaling exclusively through the nose. And just notice the breath flowing in and out. No effort is needed with the breath. No effort. If no effort is needed for the most life-sustaining practice of all, imagine how easy life actually is in and of itself before we enter any judgment to the picture. We're breathing in easy, we're breathing out easy. Along with this gentle focus, let's start breathing with that ocean's breath. Breathing in with the sound of the ocean, exhaling with the sound of the ocean. Don't worry about the length of the inhalation or the exhalation yet. Just focus on that sound. The ocean, a primordial birthplace. Sitting on the shore of the breath. Breathing in eternity. Breathing in. On this next breath, we're going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. And out for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our last breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And release the breath. Watch as it settles back down to a nice and easy natural pattern. And that you are settled with the breath, at ease, at peace, rested, unwinding for the evening. And when you're ready, open your eyes. We will see you in the chat. We'll get ready in maybe 10-ish minutes to shut things down. Early bed for me. Skit says, just so you know, I would have arrived earlier to sing with you, but was on the phone call. On a phone call. Yogi, sorry, bro. That's okay, Skits. Sniper says, I do prefer the hold in between. It just complements the intention. There's a lot of power in breath retention. Kumbhaka is what it's called in Sanskrit. I agree, Sniper. Kat says, thank you, Yogi. Thank you, Kat. Shirley says, greetings, Yogi and friends. Greetings, Shirley. How are you? Kat says, hi to Shirley. Shirley, how's your day been? Skit says, thank you, Yogi Bergi. Namaste, everyone. Namaste to you, Skits. Nice to see you, Shirley. I wasn't around quite as much on YouTube today. I was a bit, and I tried to get to many places as I could. So I didn't get a chance to see you, Shirley. It says, Shirley, I love you. Thank you so much for before. Almost made me cry. Shirley is really good at bringing joy to so many people. Let's see. Duncan says, do you find any of the practices become less effective over time? Do you have a practice for longer or more intensely? I don't find they ever lose their potency. The breath is one of the constants that we have in life. So it's always there, it's always available, and it is always effective. You don't have to do 10 breaths, really all you need. There are breaths that you could do for longer. For intensely, you only need to do intense breath to get an intense reaction. So if I need to wake up, if I'm doing warming up or something, then I would do something more intensely. If I was trying to produce a mind-altered state, heavily so, like a psychotropic breath work, which mimics the results of certain plant medicines, then I may do it more intensely and for a longer period of time. But I'm not looking for that. I have. I've done that before. Maybe I would do it again. But mainly, I just want to help people lower their blood pressure. I want to help people get to sleep and sleep longer. I want to help people reduce their stress level, their anxiety, and all of that doesn't take anything heavy. Even the breath of fire that I do to wake up in the morning isn't done to the extreme that you see some pranayama coaches teach. Hey, Stitch, we've been waiting for you. Duncan is here. Shirley says, you have very special skits, and I don't mean the short bus way. Skits is special. You're right about that, Shirley, as you are right on pretty much everything that I know of. Simpa says, not taking anything away from the 4-8 breath, but when I found the 4-7-8, I understood what breathing can open up in an esoteric sense, the pause. Yes. Hey, Sniper, sometime we can do it here. We can do some longer we can do alternate nostril breathing. Breathing in for 5, holding for 20, exhaling for 10, then repeating on the other side and doing that for 10 breaths. If you really enjoy the breath retention and you go deep in a breath retention, especially when you're doing it for a count of 20, you'll really enjoy this breath. Remind me. Skid says, oh, Shirley, you made my entire year. Is it okay if I tell Yogi? If I think if you feel like you need to, Skits, so it's okay. Duncan says, how does it affect you if you are interrupted during a practice? Is it ruined? Do you have to start again? It used to feel ruined, but it was never ruined. Used to be, if my meditation was interrupted, this was way back in the day. And it was, hey, don't you know I'm meditating? I'm going for inner peace here, guys. You're messing up my inner peace. Not so much with breath work, and not so much with meditation anymore either. The interruption is part of the meditation. And the breath is never really interrupted. There's always the breath. So you can always return to the breath. It's a great question, Duncan. Duncan says, Stitch, so give me a progress report. How's it going? Semper says, that's steep. 20. I hang around 14, so 20 will be interesting. Sunday night special. So you want to do it Sunday night? I'm in. My regular practice is 8-16-8. I'm sorry, 4-16-8. I breathe in for 4, hold for 16, exhale for 8, and then repeat. Back and forth. Hence the name alternate nostril breathing. Semper says, that comment made me number 1, so it must be so. You're definitely number 1 for length of time, for the friendship that you brought. It says, Yogi, bro, Shirley did something so kind, brother. She donated $50 on Jason's stream for me, and it was a beautiful moment. Not just because it was so kind and considerate, but it made me feel so much love. That's awesome. Here's why it's so awesome. Many reasons. One, it's good. You deserve to feel that way. You are truly one of a kind, as Shirley was saying, in the most awesome way imaginable. and you have no idea how much joy you bring to everyone. Just your presence alone. I'm lucky. I get to talk to you on an individual basis fairly often. Um, and I've had some amazing, meaningful conversations with you. People are now getting to see Skits. People are now getting to see who Skits really is. And you are a beautiful soul. I really can't stress that enough. And Shirley sees this, and Shirley has a special gift of recognizing who people truly are and showing them appreciation. I can't speak for Shirley, obviously, but she doesn't do this randomly. She picks those people. She sees these people and she appreciates these people and she wants them to know how much they're appreciated. She wants them to know how much they're loved. She's truly one of a kind and she was appreciating someone who's one of a kind. Zipper says, Shirley made me look for a tissue. That's Epic Skits. Shirley has brought tears to my eyes many occasions. Skits says, Girl, I didn't want to admit it, but I just started. Duncan is celebrating with us. Says, and great, did you weigh yourself? Do you need to give the weight? No need to give the weight, but did you lose any? Shirley says, well, now I'm crying too. Hey, tears of deep joy, tears of deep appreciation. Hey, I'm happy to hear that, Stitch. And Stitch did try the new workout. Awesome. Stitch, you're doing such a great job. Man, I love these moments when, I don't know, we just have this little pretenses are dropped. Everyone's just so authentically loving and kind, reaching out to each other. It's the entirety of why I started the YouTube channel. I was doing videos. Duncan remembers my burpee videos, but I didn't have a channel. I was just putting videos of me doing burpees. But I was talking about stuff at the end of my burpee video that was important to me, and people responded, and that's when I thought I might try to do something. Duncan says, how many workouts have you done now, Stitch? She's done a few. It says, oh, Yogi, thank you. And Jace started all of this. Shirley, you are a starlight beaming bright, and I cannot thank you enough for being a part of my life. I love you. Man, what heartfelt words, Skits. I'm going to join in. I love you guys. Seppa says, you followed the unconditional love through your heart, air, and ether. I think so, Sniper. Something was drawing me onwards. Shirley says, Duncan, I saw you short on the AB work. My Jace says that too. On the ab work. Duncan and Jace probably have the two best abs and the whole burpee community. Max is up there. Reaper's up there as well. Zipper says, it took you to step into this direction. It did, for sure. I would not have done it on my own. Duncan says, that's great, Shirley. It's a good one. Duncan does some pretty intense ab workouts. His alternate crunch, I haven't seen anyone do it that way before. He does it with a great deal of intensity. All right, guys, just a minute. We'll wrap things up. I'm going to get to sleep. I'm going to mention again. I had a completely awesome day today. For one, I didn't fall down. And I did yesterday. Alternate crunch sounds like a chocolate bar. It does. Sounds like a really good chocolate bar. So for one, I didn't fall down. For two, it was just really good. You know, when you find yourself smiling at a particular thought hours after something, you know it's a good day. Cat says, yes, get sleep tonight. That's the plan. Sniper says, I'm just letting you know I'm here for you every time you step in this direction. Thank you, Sniper. You know, I can't tell you how much over a course of over a year, your steady presence has meant to me. And that I mean completely. Steady presence. If two words ever describe Squirrel Sniper ever, for me, that would be it. Steady presence, for me, is synonymous with love. Shirley says, I'm with you, Kat. Let's get our yoga to sleep. All right. I like that thought. A little early at night would definitely be helpful to me. I've been cruising by on 5 for quite some time. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for putting up with the singing earlier in the live stream, earlier afternoon's live stream. Tomorrow I might break out the Leonard Cohen. Script says, today, I'm deciding to go to sleep earlier too. I will have best sleep because I am so blessed to know you all. And that just makes me sleep well. Good night, you wonderful people. I love you. Love you too, Skits. Skits, you deserve all of this. You deserve someone like Shirley showing you how much you're appreciated. You deserve every single friend in this live stream that loves you. You deserve this. Because of who you are and because of what you give away. I hope you realize what a loving person you are. Duncan says, if you speak to Stitch before I do, see if she can maintain it for a second week for another $30. Well, for another $30 for Yogi. Eric, I owe you about $130. Let me know how to pay. Duncan, I appreciate that so much. Two things, whatever's convenient for you, and such a kind gesture. Such a kind gesture. We'll figure something out. Send me an email. Shirley says that would make us all very happy. Skits. Sweet dreams. Roll call says, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Roll call. Thank you so much. I hope we got you some new subscribers tonight. Skits to send love. Kat says, good night, Yogi. Good night, Kat. Shirley says, good night, Yogi. Good night, Shirley. It was part of Stitch's. Duncan, she took that so strongly, too. And you're right. It really was part of her motivation. So, yeah, whatever's convenient. If you want to wait until you guys are here together and do like a super chat or a series of super chat, because that would make her so happy to see what her hard work accomplished. You're right about that, Duncan. What a awesome thing you did. It's a sweet dreams, Shirley. Love you and thank you, Eric. Love you, bro. Good night, everyone. Good night. That's a cargo container of rice for Eric. It is. It's a year's worth of eating both lentils and rice. Literally a year. Shirley's laughing with Sniper. All right. I love you guys.